Hold my beer.
A lot of the things that I do report on this channel actually are the facts. I'm Satan, basically. I understand that as a public figure, my job means that I will be criticized, and I am fine with that. Bull crap, okay? I don't care if you talk about me. I don't care if everyone talks about me. No. Talk about me. I talk about people all the time. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do. You can monetize the hell out of me. I don't care. Talk about me. She's a nasty, vile human being that needs to be held accountable.
Hey y'all, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, Miss Katie has been over on Instagram wanting people to ask her questions about this whole Allison and Twitch thing. Ask me anything. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give my opinion after she gives her opinion. How's that sound? Sound like fun? Sounds like fun to me. But y'all see this subscribe thing coming up on your screen? It's coming up on your screen because, one, people that, enjoy my content or used to enjoy my content before I left, they got unsubscribed to me for whatever reason the case may be. YouTube, but, they kind of do their own thing, right? Or you just don't want to subscribe to me or haven't wanted to in the past, and dadgummit, now it's time for you to press that little button so that you can hear me making all kinds of comments that don't really make no sense half the time, that don't really matter half the time, and most of the time I ramble. But, we still have fun over here on this channel, and Janet still gives her opinion, which that's all this is going to be. It's my opinion, and only my opinion. So I hope y'all enjoy these, so y'all stick around to the end. Why not? Look at that pretty little picture she used of Allison. You wonder something? You kind of wonder. I do sometimes. She likes to pick certain pictures, and I'm like, okay, if you're jealous, you're jealous. We just need to go ahead and cope with that, okay? So someone asked Miss Katie, do you personally think she will apologize? Not like the apology would be genuine or true. So the response to that is nope. To apologize, she would have to think she did something wrong. Alright, so, Miss Katie, do you ever apologize that you do something wrong? Have you ever apologized that you did something wrong? Yeah, you don't have a tendency to do that now, do you? Now let's talk about the daughter, because talking about a minor is always fun, right? Doesn't Wesley realize it was wrong for her mom to let Grandma see her and MZ? We aren't responding to questions about a minor that is defending their mother and doesn't understand the situation. Who's we? Who's we? Are you part of this family now? Are you? Did I miss something? Did they adopt you? Just wondering. I think you believe you're adopted half the daggone time. Can she put a restraining order on you or his family? She cannot take an order of protection out on me. I have never contacted her, and I am not harassing her. She would have no grounds. She has no grounds to take out a TRO against his family, and doing that would destroy her image. All right, woman, now listen, Miss Katie knows everything whenever it comes to TROs and things like that. She knows everything. So she's going to know the ins and outs and what's allowed and what's not allowed. So we got our expert right here. You don't need to ask anybody else because you asked Miss Katie. Moving on, do you feel like she's being forced to lie? She is a great disappointment. Nope. Now, I believe that Allison is a narcissist. Narcissists lie to protect their fragile self-esteem and ego. You know what, Miss Thing? I have heard you been called a narcissist many times. So there are a lot of people that think you're a narcissist yourself. So you would be the perfect person to answer this one for them. Do you know if she has reached out to further threaten any of the family and friends that have spoken out? I have not heard from anyone that she's threatened anyone privately. I don't think she's going to be doing anything like that with her book coming out. Yeah, you know what? Miss Katie knows all about, whenever it comes to making a and taking down videos. Oh, and of doxing people. Oh, she knows all about them things. So, people classify her as a threat. What did the offing one's note say? The family has made it clear to me that they will not comment on the content of the note at this time. See, she's talking to the family. And do you think that she knows the content of that letter? Do you think the family would release that information to her? Do you think that they would give her such private, intimate details to something? I don't know. Miss Katie does have her ways. Do you think the drugs found in the closet were actually hers and she's just gaslighting? I think many drugs found are irrelevant to the overall situation and a way for Allison to paint Stephen as troubled and scary. This is a smear campaign. Allison is angry with Stephen and out for revenge, in my opinion. Yeah, you better put in your opinion in there. Do you know anything really about this? Do you even know enough for people to be asking you questions about all this? I question myself. I do. I question myself about all this. All right, here comes Miss Expert again. Is the NDA for a set time period or is it in perpetuity? I have a full copy of the NDA and it is in perpetuity. And you gotta listen. You gotta forgive my speech, okay? In relation to when it covers Allison already violated the NDA by writing about it in her book. So it's a moot point now. Yeah, yeah, she done told you the info, and the big deal about it is there is no big deal now. This woman just being so important is just really killing me at this moment, okay? Has she reached out to you or anyone else to threaten them? Stop talking about her. Meaning her, I haven't received any legal threats nor any threats from anyone. Allison knows who I am. She used to follow me when the 7M stuff blew up in 2022. But she is on the wrong side of that story, and she knows that I know many of her former friends and have plenty of contacts in her industry. If she threatened me, she'd be stupid. Too many of her friends are in my DMs. Are you kidding me right now? You're kidding me right now, right? You want a big blow up about all this, and you want to be all involved, in my opinion, because you were, archive what a consultant on the 7M case. So this makes you just all knowing and all powerful against Allison when it comes to this, right? Because you had so many contacts then, and yeah, your contacts just keep going and going and going and going. Why did it seem Allison was flaunting Miranda around after Dancing for the Devil aired? Because she was flaunting her. Her decision to do that hurt many of her friends, and many people in the industry were disgusted with her. She knows that Robert Shin is accused of alleged human and sexual abuse. Stephen and her did not agree about her continued collabs with 7M. She betrayed him by having two 7M dancers at his memorial performing. Many were horrified with her because Stephen wouldn't have approved. So now she knows Stephen's feelings, right? She knows exactly how Twitch would have felt. She knows exactly how he would have reacted. She just knows everything, right? I mean, goodness gracious, guys, look. She just knows everything going on, and she has a deep connection with Twitch. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Because she can tell you his feelings, and she can tell you how it would all go down. Are you curious on her recent weight gain since meeting her new BF being caused by alcohol? I think discussing a person's body is inappropriate. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I don't think it's appropriate either. But you had no problem shaming Miss Anna not too long ago, right? Right? You had not a problem in the world about that. You got yourself in trouble with that one too. Man, you got those strikes removed. So, that wasn't too much fun. Her friends are in your DMs related to her character or 7M stuff. Her character and their anger, frustration with her. Working on the 7M case, I met tons of people in the industry, so I was already speaking to a lot of her former friends before this happened. That's why I was able to help so seamlessly. People knew me and trusted me. Yeah, well, they gonna learn their lesson about that, aren't they? Wonder how long it's gonna take them, right? Because you'll help somebody, or say quote unquote help, and then you drop them like hotcakes. I tell you, that potato can't fall faster. Do you find it strange Ellen didn't say anything about it while only Andy's posted recently? Nope. I don't think it's strange. Expecting Hollywood elites. Elites? That's not right. Elites. That's right. To chime in about the about this would be fruitless. Miss Katie, where's your fruit? I think you lost it a bit ago. Ellen is a brand and machine. She's not going to get into the weeds and say something. Hollywood is all about image and brands. Brands don't like controversy. There is no loyalty in Hollywood. And just asking, if I don't remember wrong, Miss Ellen got herself in some trouble whenever it comes to public opinion. And does she still have her show? I'm not sure. Does Ellen still have her show? So why would Ellen even reach out? Because she's probably going to get dragged no matter what, right? I don't know. Do you think Hollywood will lose sympathy for her and give her less opportunities now? Most of Hollywood already believes that she is irrelevant. Woman, I ain't protecting Allison. I ain't doing none of that because you know I don't give a crap who you talk about and what you're doing. I just put everyday people in place of who you're going off and spouting at the mouth from and about. Okay, so you're kind of irrelevant to a lot of people. Besides people like me, I like keeping up with their nonsense. Don't judge me. Why is she being so quiet now? Backlash? But she's not being quiet. She's using sources to leak stuff of tabloids. Hey, Miss Thing, just so you know, you're not being quiet. I don't think it's even possible for you to be quiet. You're over on Instagram constantly posting and posting and posting and posting and doing stories and stories and stories and stories. You do this stuff while I'm sleeping. How? I mean, honestly, do your eyelids ever see the bottom of your eyelid? Your top eyelid to the bottom eyelid, shut it and you may go to sleep eventually? Because I don't know how you do it. I'd have to stay up all night just to keep up with you, and I ain't gonna do that. Have you heard how her family feels about it all? I have spoken to one of her siblings. Don't agree with her. Yeah, now she really is in with the family. She just admitted it. She's spoken to the siblings, so yeah, she's knee deep in this one. Do you think they will put Allison's book after everything that is going on? Nope, won't happen. It's already been printed and in pre-order. Way too late for this. So, yeah, Miss Katie, I tell you something. You know more than anybody else in this world. You really do. And I don't care if it's been printed and in pre-order. I don't care about none of that. But you are always just so certain about what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Do you have somebody on the inside? Oh, yeah, I forgot. You know exactly how somebody feels. You do. Such an empath. Guys, I'm just interrupting for a second. You know that I have to have some fun with this, because if not, I don't think I could do this. Have you spoken to Stephen's family? I can't imagine the emotions they are feeling. Yes, I have been in constant contact with numerous members of the family. They are really struggling. Allison is ripping open a wound that did not need to be opened. I know that they appreciate the support and the love. Are you giving them support or are you giving them love? Oh, no, no, no. I'm sorry. You're talking about all the people watching, their videos and commenting. You're talking about other people showing love. And that's the only possibility out there. Why she look like that? LOL. Paparazzi. I'm not for sure exactly what picture she's talking about and referring to. I don't know if it's the picture in the beginning, but if people get dressed up, or if people don't get dressed up, if there is a picture of anybody like the one of Miss Anna, she will take it and she will run with it. But as always, Miss Katie knows exactly where all these scoops are coming from and why somebody would want to get dressed up before they leave their house. You got to leave your house sometime and you got to pop that bubble, Miss Katie. Do you think she will cancel any interviews, promos of the book since the backlash? Absolutely not. Well, here's the thing. When people put in their time and energy into writing a book and they have a publisher and an editor, if all that happened, then they're not going to want to lose out on money just because, if Allison's in the wrong here and if Allison's doing something bad and Allison's hurting people, they don't want to be punished because of something she's doing and because of public backlash. They want their money too. So most likely, there's just something, I don't know. I think common sense, but I ain't got none of that. Do you think this debacle will cost her brand deals? By the time this is all over, she will be lucky if she has a career. I don't know what kind of career this woman's in. I don't know anything about Allison whenever it comes down to it. The only thing I know is Miss Katie has grabbed hold of the reins and she's going to hang on for the ride, even if it lasts longer than 8 seconds. Why do you think she won't have a career? Just wait. Just wait until Miss Katie runs you in the ground. Just wait until she does anything possible to grow her channel. Just wait. You have not seen the dirty side of Miss Katie. Y'all, she's telling you, just wait. It doesn't automatically mean just wait on Allison. It means just wait on Miss Katie. How damaging is the info Manny and so many others say they have on Allison? It seems evil. Miss Katie, she's talking to you. She's talking to you. She seems evil. All right, let's answer this. Manny has a story to tell, but right now, that will wait. There are many moving parts right now, and I can't comment on what is to come in any capacity. Yeah, because if Miss Katie can make you in a story, she's going to make you into a story. The thing is that story is going to be posted on every social media that she has. When do you think she will make a statement? She already did. Kind of like, just telling her, hey, simple, she already did. Why aren't you looking for it? Why aren't you, Miss Katie, give them something else. Say, hey, look, I posted that on my Instagram. Just, people, I'm not saying give her a view. Oh, my goodness. What am I thinking right now? What am I thinking? Don't give her the view on YouTube. I don't know if she's done a few videos, so, yeah. She probably made a big, huge buck off of that, but, oh, well, here we go. What was in the NDA? And this is why the family hasn't been able to fully speak about Stephen. She posts the NDA. And so let me just say to you, okay? Let me just say to you that when she gets stuff like this, that tells you she's got the in. She has to have had the in some way. If she did some digging and digging and digging and research and research and research, like she likes to say, she's been in it. She's been wading in the water. I tell you something, whenever it comes down to having papers like this, they come from somewhere. And Miss Katie just knows where exactly to get them, and it's actually called manipulation whenever it comes to the family. Like I said before, the family is going to have to learn for themselves. The friends are going to have to learn for themselves. There's nothing that anybody can say or do at this time, especially if she's already pulling papers, which she is. Do you think she watches your Insta stories? I haven't seen her in my stories, but I don't look all the time. My stories get thousands of views, so I'd have to catch her at the right time. She had in the past read my stories, and I've been calling her out for years. Uh-huh. You've been calling her out for years and years and years, right? Well, we can go back and we can see how many times, right? I'm not going to go back and look. I'm not going to take her on her word for it, but I'm not going to go back and look because if I do that, that's going to give her an extra view, and we ain't going to do that unless I accidentally. YouTube likes to suggest certain things to me while I don't know how to work my headphone, and I'll try to skip it. But then I always hear some juicy stuff whenever it comes across certain YouTube shows, channels. whatever you want, video for the day. Is anyone from her So You Think You Can Dance community defending her? Jenna Dewan is the only celeb I've seen defend her. So she's an actress and a dancer, so Miss Katie likes to keep up with any kind of dancing there is. My opinion, because she might be able to sell a story here and there. I mean, would she do that? Would she sell a story on someone? Because she likes to accuse other people of selling stories all the time. That's a question. You think? Now, guys, this one right here got me because she sure does like to go in deep on the family, on any family that she, quote unquote, is a topic to her. And where is her family? I can't imagine they like her. Her family is a whole mess. Her dad was arrested back in the 90s by the FBI for copyright piracy. He didn't serve prison time, but he was charged with stealing another company's software. During Allison's childhood, he declared bankruptcy 2 times in less than 10 years. They left Minnesota after the feds in Minnesota were investigating him and while he was being sued. I don't know if they were Mormon in Minnesota or converted in Utah, but I don't think they were like the real devout, legitimate Mormons. But she's just a girl born in Coons Rapids, Minnesota, where daddy was a fraud. Alright, so just go in on her daddy. She may not even have anything to do with her dad, but let's just go on and let's just put all of the negativity out there that we can possibly put out there. Let's put every single dealing that somebody in her family did, but let's not continue talking about her, right? Because that's not what Miss Katie's doing. She is a little bit whenever she's talking about, her daddy being a fraud. She is the daughter-in-law, I guess you could say, but still, why do you gotta do that kind of stuff? Why do you gotta say that much? Oh, you don't have to. You choose to because that's who you are. She needs to be fully exposed for her past drug abuse and behavior. Who is protecting her? I don't know that there is to expose. I don't know what there is to expose. See, who, because Mrs. Katie likes to expose everyone. So, yeah, I automatically put that word in there. Let's start over. I don't know what there is to expose. I thought everyone from that industry knew about her alcohol and substances issue. It doesn't seem to be a secret. And let me tell you something. If it was a secret to anybody, my back it up because Miss Katie has done told you about it. Aren't you watching her? Aren't you everybody is watching her. Everybody's looking at her Instagram in her mind. That's why everybody knows, right? Everybody's known about this. How could everybody know about this and it just be one of these things that were just passed under the rug? But Miss Katie, no matter what, she's going to pull all that dirt out from underneath that rug and she's going to expose it if you didn't already know it. Did the family see the offing oneself note right away, or is it that something recently? Who are we? I don't know who we are, but where are we? We aren't answering questions about the offing oneself note respectfully. Imagine asking this question knowing the family is going to read my response. They are not commenting, and I don't think sensitive information like that needs to be public. Yeah, because she knows the family. Did you understand that she just got onto that person? Don't you be asking questions like that. You're not allowed to ask me a question like that. Why would you ask me a question like that? Hey, Miss Katie, that person obviously knows who you are, and you said ask me anything, and maybe that person just wanted the question out there. Maybe. I don't know. You are just so rude. You are just so daggum rude, and it just baffles me how you have so many people that actually watch you and keep up with you, like in a good way. It just absolutely baffles me. Ugh. Does the family know what the note said? Respectfully? No comment. Yeah, she's being respectful in this one, right? She's just trying to show everybody. See, I got some self-containment right here. I can pace myself. if I was to do something that I know is way against the family, then I would lose my in on it. And I don't want to lose my in with this story because I think this story can go somewhere, and I wouldn't want to do that. Now, would you, Miss Katie? No, you wouldn't want to let this story get away from you. If you think it's going to go somewhere, you're going to cover it. Guys, if you've made it this far, I want to say thank you so very much for listening to me and my antics. I do think y'all, and y'all know that y'all are just so important to me, and I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. So let's continue this here video. If dug deeper, people say Ellen is behind Twitch's demise. Can I DM you? Absolutely false. The family disputes this and finds this entire theory detrimental. Well, she's asking you, can she DM you? Can she give you a message? Can she send you something? The thing is, oh yeah, she can do that. She could do that. It doesn't mean Miss Katie's going to pay attention to you. You're just one person out of this many big old crowd of people that she's getting attention from. Your little old self don't matter. Did you not know that? Your little old self don't matter. She's got bigger fish to fry at this time. Yeah, she does. Is this going to make it harder for the fam to have a relationship with the kids? Being that there is next to no relation, not sure how this changes anything. Well, let me just tell you. Kids, while they're kids, they kind of do what their parents want them to do. And when they get older, if they get curious, they're going to be curious, and there's absolutely nothing nobody can do. When they're adults, kids can do what they want to do, speak to who they want to speak to, and they can ask as many questions as they want to the right people who will answer them. So you saying that there's no relationship and you don't see any changing availability whatsoever at all? I don't agree with that. I can't agree with that because it took me so many years, 40 years, to start asking questions about my personal life and my family. So yeah, kids will go along with what they got to go along with right now, but it don't mean that they won't be curious in the future. So yeah, maybe you need to think a little bit more into that one. Do you know, had he threatened to leave her or vice versa? Per numerous friends and other I've spoken to, Stephen was unhappy in the marriage and wanted to leave her, and friends say he felt trapped in a facade. He didn't want his life monetized and didn't want to be a quote-unquote brand. He wanted a simple life. He found fame to be a lot of pressure and wasn't into the fakeness of the scene. Okay, now I've seen the videos that she has posted in her stories, of the friends talking. So, that right there is the friends releasing that, and Miss Katie seeing it, and Miss Katie having an observation from that to answer this question. My opinion alone. But yes, I have seen some of the friends videos, and yes, I have seen the friends not be very let's say apologetic to their feelings towards Allison, and that they are opening their mouths and they are saying what they think. So do they need Miss Katie as a mouthpiece? I don't think so. Did the family get to read the letter he left behind, or only Allison? No comment. This could mean one or two things. She's actually smart, she's got a brain, and she's not going to get into that, okay? Two, it could mean that she don't know. Nobody's given her that information yet, and if she don't know, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? She's going to start asking questions. She's going to start asking questions to anybody that she thinks she can get an answer from. Doesn't matter if it's the right answer. It's just that she's going to keep going. And if they don't give her the answer, then she's going to keep going on them, or she's going to skip, hop, and jump to the next person. Because, like I said, we go two ways. She either smartened up or she don't know. My opinion. Has Allison reached out to Stephen's family? I mean, after Stephen's mom's statement, etc. Not that I've heard. Yeah. I tell you something, Miss Katie's got all the juicy details. And if she ain't heard it, it ain't happened. If she ain't heard it, it wasn't done. It doesn't done. Listen to me. It wasn't done. So Miss Katie, she got all of that, and she's the only one you need to be asking. That's all. Once she's heard, you will hear, because that's the way the cookie crumbles. Y'all like all these little puns I'm putting in here? I'm just having me some fun, because This gets kind of annoying when she's Miss Know-It-All and yeah, there's no proving her wrong now, is there? Have we heard all there is to hear on Allison, or is more info coming at some point? Oh, the information is endless rabbit hole. Right now, there is a bit of a lull as there is strategy being determined on both sides. See, see, she thinks this is going to be something she can keep going with and keep going with and keep going with. There's no telling where she's going to make this story go. There's no telling how far and how long she's going to be hanging on those coattails. Absolutely no telling whatsoever at all. But if it means that she can make cha-ching, cha-ching, she's going to make sure she makes that cha-ching, cha-ching. That's why she's not worried about TikTok going away. Now, guys, just so you know, I did get these over a couple of days because she just keeps going on these because, she's the expert and all. If she violated the NDA, what does it mean for others who signed? Still valid? All right, here comes Miss Know-It-All, Miss Professional, Miss Legal Consultant here, Miss Archival Consultant. I know there are a lot of questions about the vitality of the NDA. The only way to nullify an NDA is starting a lawsuit to challenge the legality of the NDA. This would be a process, but right now she hasn't done anything to anyone speaking out. Okay. Well, that's a lot of excitement, isn't there? There's just something that Miss Katie's missing. She's gonna try to find it. She's gonna try to find it. If there's a way for anybody, just imagine somebody doing anything legal, and with as many lawsuits as Miss Katie's been in, Miss Katie'd be like, you need to do this and this and this and this. And you need to say this, this and this. Wouldn't surprise me if she didn't say, this is my attorney. Here's his business card. You need to go ahead and contact him because he can handle any lawsuit you might get yourself into, or he can handle this from experience on her end, right? In my opinion, and only my opinion. Do you think an emergency injunction will be filed to stop the release of the book? No, and stopping a book from being published is next to impossible. Well, like I said, the publisher's going to make their money. I mean, they're not going to give up their money just because of this. Allison's the one that chose to write the book, right? It's not their fault. They just think, hey, this book's going to sell, and they're just going to make their money. That's the way most people are. They don't really care about the people. Okay, well, most people in that little situation, they don't really care about the people. They care more about, let me get my money back. Let me get my reimbursement. Let me get all this stuff that I put into you. I deserve a return. I watched a story about it, okay? I did. And I watched people say, I gave you an advance and you need to give it back. And blah, okay, I'm off in La La Land. Dook, dook, bing, bing, bong. Okay, here we go. Do you think her book will get pulled? I also noticed People cover hasn't been on shelves. People did not pull the cover. She remained on their digital cover. People has multiple covers for their weekly digital edition. They didn't unpin her cover story because of controversy. They unpinned because it's a new week and a new cover story. Her book won't be pulled. That's the thing. What's good news, old news, bad news this week could be completely different news the next day, the next weekend, the next week, the next month, and it could just continue and continue and continue. So, I mean, especially, like I said, companies, they don't really give a crap. They don't. They're going to print their stuff and they're going to go on because they get their cha-ching. That's what they do. What is the family's wishes from Allison? A public apology? I'm going to let the family speak for themselves on this. There you go. You get a half clap. You didn't even get full clap. You get a half clap. But, yeah, Jordan's thing. But anywho, anyway, anyhow, she's actually saying, I'm not going to open my big old mouth about this. Maybe the family said, don't you dare. Maybe the family said, you're done. You're done with talking about certain things. You never, ever, ever know what's happening behind the scenes. And always, always remember that. Just because they're public doesn't mean they make everything public. How do you think she will try play the victim now or try make a comeback? Love your words. She's a narcissist. She will always play the victim. Ding, 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 dong. Yeah, 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 yeah. Miss Katie, the narcissist, the victim. Here we go. Play it again. Because that's what she is. That's what she is. She's always the victim of everybody. How many freaking videos has she done about her being the victim and all that? She did one, a little while ago, right after I came back. She did a video talking about her safety with her face on camera. So, yeah, Miss Katie's the victim. So she knows how this is gonna go. This one had me rolling, okay? Because Miss Katie is a journalist, quote unquote reporter, quote unquote archival consultant. She's all these things, right? She's got so many degrees, I can't even keep up. So this one kind of had me going. Should we call Dateline? I think whatever happens, there will be no need for any of us to contact the news about it. Remember that these are two sides that are well connected. Sorry. Sorry, like I said, the whole Dateline thing, I thought that was so funny because you know what? Why contact the news when you got Miss Katie and her YouTube channel she's trying so hard to grow? She's been wanting 400,000 subscribers forever, or 500,000. So maybe, just maybe, this might get her to it. You never know, because she is out for herself, in my opinion. Why did it take her 24 hours to look for him? She did reach out to some of his friends the same day, but didn't contact police until the next day. She won't tell people what he said when he left, and his final conversation with people I spoke to did mention that he had been fighting with Allison, but people told me he didn't seem out of the norm or like anything was dire. He seemed like his normal self. There's been conspiracy theories going on and this, that, and the other, but sometimes it's better just leave well enough alone. It really is. Sometimes you just need to hush them out, and you just don't need to say anything whatsoever at all, because you can't answer why somebody did something or why somebody didn't do anything. They're the only ones that know that answer. So this Q&A, yeah, uh-huh. Do you think Manny is okay in terms of legal action from her? I hope he is safe from that stuff. Yes, he's fine. And guys, Miss Katie will know. She's going to be the one that knows about it. I'm telling you, just think about it. She has a way of getting away with a lot. Anywho, let's continue. He's not pulling stuff down due to legal threats. So, see, she may be in his ear going, no, trust me, I know from experience, trust me, if anything really happens, anything goes on, just throw them under the bus. That's all you gotta do, throw everybody under the bus, and you'll get right through it. Honey, don't worry about it, there ain't no problem. I heard something about Diddy and Twitch, something about Ellen and Diddy being friends. No, 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 because she done tried to cover that whole Diddy thing. It didn't go far. So, yeah, I'm going to do a video on that for you. I really am, because I laughed about that one. People say Ellen found Allison criminal defense lawyer right after Twitch's passing. Thoughts? She hired Marty Singer, who is a bulldog attorney known for crisis management. That's a fact. Okay, so which means dig, 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 dug, 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 because she knows all this. Doesn't matter if she had to get the information out of family, friends, off of the internet. It doesn't matter. For her to say it's a fact, then she is stand strong, headstrong. That is a fact, and there's no proving it wrong. So she's safe enough in her mind to say that's a fact, because there's nothing that can come back on her if she's got proof of it, right? TMZ had paparazzi ask Twitch at airport around September if he was still in touch with Ellen. His passing isn't about Ellen. Sorry to disappoint. There are a lot of changes that year, but his home life was his biggest issue. Do y'all get a little in there? Does she seem like she's a little, moody and a little temperamental about this question? You think? I mean, that's just the way it come across to me. A lot of her things come across to me that way. They really do. I don't see, or I don't feel, or I don't hear anything that doesn't have a little dig sometimes. It has to have that little gut shot, it does. It gets you that pain that's going on in your stomach from when somebody just sucker punches you. That's just the way I feel she does sometimes, and I just don't think it's right. I don't think she should be doing that. Did everyone turn on her because of the book, NDA, or did they never like her? The NDA isn't the reason people turned on her. She just has a reputation of being difficult and abrasive. Not the nicest person, hard to get along with, clout-chasing fame, hungry fake. Woo, 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 woo. Miss Katie described herself. Miss Katie described herself. She sure did, because she's difficult. She's abrasive. I just said that, didn't I? Just a little bit, a minute ago, seconds ago. And she's not the nicest person. She's hard to get along with whenever it comes to people knowing what they want to say and what they want to do. She does chase a lot of clout. That's why she has archival consultant on the top of every social media. She is fame hungry because she is having to do with 7M. She is part of that. So, to me, that's fame hungry and fake. We don't know half the time when she's like, yeah, I'm so nice, I'm so sweet, I care about you, I care about me, I care about everybody. I'm just such an empath. That's fake. That's fake. Fake as flowers. What was Allison's involvement in 7M? What's meant by she was on the wrong side of it? Allison is not involved in the cult. However, she is supportive of the members inside, continues to collab with them, and ignores the other dancers that left the cult. Allison knows the dancers are in a cult. Stephen did not want them collabing with them anyways due to their involvement. Allison did not care because my sources, multiple, alleged that Allison wanted the views and follows she got from the collabs. Friends were shocked when she had multiple 7M dancers perform at Stephen's memorial because they knew that Stephen would not have approved nor want them affiliated with him in any way. I mean, sometimes you can't choose your friends. I mean, I'm not standing up for nobody. I could care less. This is talking for me. But sometimes you can't choose your friends. They just are friends. I mean, I have bad friends out there. I do. Or, people that are bad to other people, but good to me. I half the time that happens, I don't know what to tell you. Does her quote-unquote foundation have any social media presence or official website? Absolutely no social media presence or website. To be clear, Move with Kindness is a nonprofit. Move with Kindness is a charitable fund hosted by the Edward Charles Foundation, which is a nonprofit that helps charitable funds use their nonprofit to raise funds and use their non-exemption status. Move with Kindness has done one event with NAMI West Los Angeles, or NAMI, I don't know, Westwood Los Angeles, right before NAMI awarded an honorary award to Stephen Boss, and Allison accepted the award for Stephen. There have been no other initiatives that we have found since this event in May of 23. Who is we? Who is we? Are you part of the family? Are you part of the friends? Are you talking about Without a Crystal Ball? You and your husband? I mean, I don't know who we are. Who's we? I mean, it's just you, right? Because you're the reporter, you're the journalist, you're all of this. So who in the crud is we? So this picture is the one and only event that Allison's quote-unquote charitable fund hosted with NAMI right before an award was given in Stephen's honor. And, the whole thing was from NAMIIA. We are so excited to announce our partnership with the Move with Kindness Foundation and the Boss family, who will, and it goes off. But anyways, their picture here shows that she's in contact with them, she's doing something, but Miss Katie has taken that and she's saying, you know what, this is only one time. Only one thing's been done. You need to look at only one thing. That's why she said the one and only. And she calls it a charitable fund, quote unquote, because I don't know that she believes that it's a charitable fund. And I personally don't know anything about that because I don't get involved with stuff like that. She goes a lot deeper than I could ever do. That's me. She goes way too much deeper too much deeper. I've been reading these people's things for too long. But she goes just so much further than I could ever imagine going. This woman does. She does. She reposts her videos or her posts that she does in Instagram. She'll take her post and she'll put it up as a story. She'll take her YouTube videos, she'll put it into a story, for everybody to click on. That's what she does now. Or she's been doing it for a while, but that's what she's doing now with this whole Allison and Twitch thing. She's getting in that story section and she's like, all right, here I am. I ain't going nowhere. And she's like, if you didn't see my post because you're not following me from my post, then here's my story. And you're going to see my post and my story, no matter what. So that's why she is sharing herself. Imagine that. I don't share myself. I'm like, here's my video. Here you go. You want to watch it? Okay. If y'all want to share it, hey, y'all have fun sharing my videos. I don't care. That's what I'm here for. I'm for y'all's entertainment, and this is for entertainment only, and that's all my channel will ever be. Now, she got a laugh out of this one, let me tell you. You're going to get sued if you keep disparaging and ruining the reputation of Allison. I have screenshots of all these questions and your answers defaming her family and herself. Don't be surprised when you get papers because a lawyer has been obtained and we will shut your big ugly mouth. How many times have you been sued? I didn't get that far down. She got a kick out of it, but I think I got the bigger kick out of it. They done said for her to shut her big ugly mouth. I don't know who Sean is, but that is so awesome. Are you going to talk about the Blake and Justin lawsuits? Just curious. No, I have never covered Blake Lively. I can't stand Ryan Reynolds, though. Woman, you start covering people like that, and you're just going to be run off. I mean, that's what happens, and your audience isn't there for all that Blake Lively stuff, and you know that they aren't there. All this stuff going on between Blake and Ryan and Justin and all that. Yeah, you like to get things wrong a lot, okay? You like to go on sources and stories and things like that, but whenever it comes to big time people like Justin and Blake and Ryan, whenever it comes to big people like that, after the whole Tati lawsuit, I think you kind of got your grounds and got your bearings about you, and I think you understand that you don't have the audience, you don't have the knowledge, and you really just don't have the personality to cover things like that. Because if you look at most people that talk about the celebrity lifestyles, they have a good personality, they have an attitude of kindness that comes off, or they'll make you laugh. I mean, it's just, facts of the matter, and here you go, but they do it in the right way so nobody feels belittled and nobody feels like they're in the wrong, especially like asking you a question and you make people feel stupid. Can Allison be arrested for every vile and sneaky thing she's done in this situation? Right now, there don't appear to be any crimes that she has committed. Writing a book isn't a crime. How many of y'all go down there in that comments, how many of y'all think that Miss Katie would write a book if she could? How many people think that Miss Katie would write a book about her life, about, her journey, about being on YouTube, all that? How many people think that she would actually write a book if she could, and if it would sell? Me, my opinion, my thinking, my mind, just a ding-ding-donging, I think that she would. I think she would love to do something like that, but I don't think she would have the sales for it just yet, because almost 400,000 people on your YouTube doesn't make you a celebrity or a star or anything like that. So who would be really interested in her besides her, her hardcore followers? I'm just asking. Do you think she had something to do with his passing? Stephen's passing has been ruled a offing oneself by the Los Angeles coroner's office. His autopsy confirmed the passing as a self-inflicted wound. No drugs or alcohol were in his system. She's got the coroner's report, I guess. I don't know how this woman gets so much. I don't know how this woman gets so much, information, sources, insight. I don't understand how this woman gets so much. Because I just wouldn't trust her with nothing. I wouldn't tell her jack squat. I tell you, I'm still waiting on my docs to come out. I am, and I know it's going to happen eventually. So, y'all, hold the reins. Has she lost any brand partnerships because of the book's backlash? Not that I'm aware of. Not all backlash means brands drop someone. I don't know what brand she was working with currently. Yeah, this all goes back to people got to make the money back regardless of the situation. They got to make their money back. So, do you really think it matters to anybody else about what Allison's doing or what Allison has done, what Allison is saying? Do you think it really matters to the big wigs that are helping her out, like, the publisher and people like that? Me personally, I don't think that, they even give two squats about it. I don't. I think they just want to sell the book, and more controversy means more sales. My opinion, because people really do like, or did do like Twitch, and if they think they can get a little bit more even insight into something about him, I think people are interested, and I think that's why she was able to get a book deal. That's just my opinion. So I just had to add this one to the end. Allison and Steven, truth or drink. So here's my thing. I started laughing at this one. I did. Because I was like, we can do Miss Katie, truth or drink. And then I was like, that won't work. Look at my intro. That won't work. We would get absolutely nothing out of her. Unless she's got a source. If she's got a source or she's got a contact or something like that, then yeah, she'd tell the truth. And her truth. Her version of the truth. Of course she would tell. I mean, goodness gracious. She don't keep secrets very well, it don't seem. I mean, heck, she kept secrets about Gypsy Rose, and here we are all these years later, and she's just running that woman in the dirt. She talked to Christy, running her in the dirt. That's what they did, what she does. So, yeah, I was thinking, if we tried to play this with Miss Katie, we would all lose. Because we would probably want her to do the truth every single time with every single question. We would lose. There's absolutely no way of being the winner of that situation. I can't help it, guys. Y'all calling me a liar on that one? I don't think you can. Alrighty, y'all. I didn't expect this to take so long. I didn't expect what am I saying? Yeah, I expected myself to run my mouth a lot because that's what I do. But anywho, anyhow, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that the reason why I haven't been posting is my baby boy. He's always going to be my baby boy no matter how old he is. He has a little stomach thing going on, and so whenever he just wants his mama, he gets just his mama. If he just wants me to be there, he's going to get me to be there. And so I kind of stepped back. I didn't leave y'all. Did not leave y'all. I told you I wouldn't leave you until she makes me leave you. Okay, so I didn't leave y'all. But I wanted to make sure that I wish that y'all have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year. Whenever you may be watching this. See, I got my daggum tongue tied, twisted, and here we go. Texas Twister, wafting away. But let's start again. Day, night, weekend, holiday, year. Whenever you might be watching this and you remember to smile today. Or you make somebody else smile. Can you tell I'm dancing? Yeah, I'm doing my whole little dancing thing as I'm recording this with y'all in my ear. But y'all, I'm going to be trying to post and get caught up as much as I possibly can get caught up. And I hope that y'all are here for this. And if this is your first time watching me or your forever time watching me, y'all make sure that you have the subscribe button pressed and you have your notification bell on. There are a lot of people that don't even know I'm back. How is that possible? But a lot of people don't know I'm back, trash talking Miss Katie. So I just wanted to, let y'all know that I'm here for now. And I'm going to continue uploading for you unless something like this happens with my son. But anywho, I want to say that I hope that y'all have a good one and y'all keep going with your day. And y'all will see me again shortly or hear me again shortly. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to figure it out together now, aren't we?